All right. Hey, team. Michelle and I are here. We're going to talk a little bit about how to build your business and how posting and talking about that is what will help you really recruit and bring in those business builders that you're hoping for to really strengthen your business. So we had posted a video earlier in the week that kind of is what we're basing our training off of. And if you didn't get a chance to watch that, Michelle's going to give a little recap of that video, and then we'll talk about that a little bit more.
Hey guys, I'm super excited to do my first video with you all. Jill's been really nice in allowing me to kind of train and practice this way. So if you watch the video, there's Emerald Ambassador who discusses kind of an aha moment, and she realized that the types of posts that she made reflected in her business by the types of people that she was recruiting. And what I mean by that is, you know, we see different types of posts. We see product posts giving information about the products. We see different testimonies. It might be a product testimony. It might be a financial testimony. But we see people that just want those results. Or you might see a business-inspired post discussing the business, discussing how the business has helped their life, has added value to their life. And then we also see just motivational posts. So basically, this Emerald Ambassador really talks about how if you want to grow your business and you want to attract business builders, which I think is, if you're working your business, that's your goal, is to attract other business builders and help them reach their goals. So if you want to do that, then you need to be posting about the business and sharing how it has affected your life, how it has added value to your life. And if you stick with product post, you're going to end up with a lot of customers and people that just want the products. And I think that kind of as we can reflect a little bit, at least for myself, when I post about the products, people are asking me about the products. And so that's just something to think about. And I'm going to turn it back over to Jill.
All right. So watching this video, it really hit me that the reason I joined was because of the business. My family was looking for a way for me to be able to stay home. And I remember on a Sunday, I was teaching at the time, I remember on a Sunday evening, giving my first baby, Adelaide, a bath and just crying because I knew that once she was in bed, it was a whole nother full week of work where I would only see her for maybe a total of 5 hours the whole rest of the week. I wouldn't be the one that gets to see her in the morning when she wakes up and feed her breakfast. Never did I get to do that except on the weekends. So it was a really hard year of teaching, and that year was a big year of growth and trying to find a way that I could be able to stay home. Lots of prayer, and there's just was never enough coupons we could clip or enough blood I could donate or plasma I could donate to supplement our income to just live off of one income. So I looked into some network marketing companies. I never wanted to be in sales, but if that was what was going to make it work, I could try. But I was just completely turned off by a lot of things. I didn't like doing parties. I'm not a big social person. Talking to people and pressuring them into selling was just not my thing. The startup costs were ridiculous, thousands of dollars to get started. I didn't have that to get started. So, you know, delivering product, I didn't want to have to do that. I didn't want to get paid in product. So whenever I saw friends seeing real success with Plexus, found out it was only $34.95 to get started. I didn't have to host parties or deliver products. I got real money in my checking account. It really just sounded, you know, exactly what I had been hoping for. Yes, it was sales, but it wasn't the same. So I decided to jump in full force. And so I realized I was doing this for the business. And through this video and through some other training, I've realized that there's no way we need to be only promoting the products, because there are so many people that are searching for another way of income. that are searching for a few extra, $100 a month, or searching for a way to replace their income. Even if they're not wanting this as, a full-time job, there's people who are, needing supplemental income because they have hospital bills, they have debt, they have medications, they have prescriptions, maybe not just personally, but people in their family that they're the breadwinner and they're needing to supplement some extra money. Maybe right now their spouse just lost their job, or they are on food stamps trying to get by until they can get some extra income. Maybe they, maybe as I'm saying stuff like this, maybe it's you, maybe it's people that you know of, family members. I know for me, I want to be able to have extra money to be able to send my kids to extracurricular activities like gymnastics and soccer and all of that, those different things as they get older. People love to travel, but that's expensive. So people are wanting to find ways that they can either get free trips or be able to pay for it themselves. Even bigger things like adoption and fostering, giving money, being able to give back to people, get out of debt. So many people are shackled by debt, that this can be such a gift and a blessing to them, this extra income. So it is so vital if you're wanting to build your team and grow your team and get this extra income for yourself, that you need to be sharing about the business side of it, as well as just sharing how unique and how generous Plexus is, how different it is, because I would have never even thought twice about Plexus if I didn't know how unique and how different it was than other network marketing companies. And because I struck up those conversations with friends, that's where I figured it out. So I guess just take just a second right now as you're listening. Think about your team and think about the way that you've been posting, the people on your team right now. Do you have a lot of customers? Do you have a whole lot of wholesale customers? Do you have a lot of people that said yes to Plexus because of the products? Or do you have a lot of people on your team that said yes to Plexus because of the business, because they want to be building a business or on fire, want to be working an extra income, bringing in that extra money? Whenever I thought about this, I thought, yeah, I do. I have a lot of people who are just wholesale buyers who just want to try it out for the products. And I'm hoping maybe on later that they'll be interested in making extra income. But I'm just hoping on that. I really just have wholesale customers right now. And so then I think back to the way I've been posting. Do I just post informational posts about the products? Or do I really dig deep into the reason why I'm in Plexus, how it's blessing me financially, how it's changed my life to where I can stay home? Am I posting and praising Plexus because of that, the way that I should be? So sometimes it can be a little bit daunting to figure out how to post those different ways. Michelle's going to go a little bit into different types of posts that we can post, and then I'm going to later go into a little bit more detail about how you can post about the business in a genuine way to really catch people's attention and really show that how Plexus is different.
Hey, Jill, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, you were breaking up a little bit. I don't know if it was on my end or not. Think about and you reflect on your post. It's kind of a little bit, you have to be honest with yourself. Are you seeing the results that you want to see? And if not, what can you change? Something really helpful for me is following people who have built successful businesses and who have successfully posted about the business without coming across as greedy or too salesy or pushy. And some of my favorites are Carissa and Jessica, who have done some great examples of posting. And I think, Jill, I think you do a great job of posting about it. When you do, I think you do a great job of sharing about your kids and being at home with your babies. And it's definitely something that as I reflected on my business, I thought, wow, I need to do a better job because if I want to grow a business, I need to have other people that want to grow a business, and they're not going to know that unless I go tell them. You know, somebody else might go tell them.
One thing real quick, that you mentioned Jessica, one thing that I've noticed about her posting is that she always just makes it sound so stupid if you don't join Plexus. Like, why wouldn't you want to join a company that's only $34.95? Why wouldn't you want to take the leap type of thing? So just the way that she words things is really good. Sorry.
I didn't catch very much of it.
I was just saying
break it up.
my post.
Okay.
This is my internet connection.
I think is yours, you think?
Hmm?
I can't hear you. That's okay. The only other thing I was going to mention is if you need some of those inspirational posts or to go glean some information from somebody, there's an album on the Paladin page, and I think Jill's going to expand on that some here in a minute, but it's just full of great examples that you can go, and you definitely don't want to copy them word for word. You want to make it relevant to your own life, but it's called Business Post Inspiration if you go and check out their albums.
All right, I hope I'm coming in okay. I just got a little thing that popped up that said my internet is unstable. Daniel, am I okay for you, or is it cutting out?
You're cutting out just a little bit, but so is Michelle. So it might be a connection thing on either end, to be honest with you.
Okay. All right, well, I'll keep going.
You sound good right now.
You're good? Okay. So one thing that to think about is, you know, I'm sure you're friends with other people on network marketing companies, so what turns you off about their posts? What are things that you want to make sure that you're avoiding whenever you're posting about Plexus? For me, that was, you know, salesy posts. You know, join my team right now because there's a amazing, you know, I don't know, just join me, click my link, go to my website, stuff like that was kind of a turn off for me. But things that really stuck out to me is when they were genuine, people talking about real life situations, things that I could connect with without being braggy or showing off or flaunting their things. So it's kind of a delicate balance, but I guess for me, you know, I listed some reasons why people might want to join Plexus. So, you know, what are some stressors for you that you would want to find relief for before Plexus? Like financially, what were you stressed about? Well, how now has that been able to, Plexus been able to help you with that? It could even be small things like paying for gas, paying for groceries. Your son just, you know, joined soccer and now you have to buy soccer cleats and a uniform and all of these things. Even an oil change, you know, oil light came on your car and you have to change it now. Stuff like that you go, oh man, how am I going to find the money for that? Some people that are sidelines on our team have done a really good job, and Michelle was talking about there's that album on the Paladins page, and this is where I kind of got some of these that I was going to share with you, but one of them is Ryan Evans. You may have heard of her. Was a single mom with 2 little boys, and she posted about her being able to pay for her groceries, and she had a little picture of her and her boys in the grocery cart filled up with all the groceries, and she said, I used to see post after post all about Plexus freedom. My friends were paying off cars early, going on vacations, paying off student loans, getting free paid for Lexuses, but I'm not going to lie, those posts ticked me off. I was just getting by, living paycheck to paycheck. Never could I walk into Walmart and buy a basket full of groceries without panicking. So this, my friends, is real Plexus freedom. Forget the paid for trips, big checks, and Lexuses. Although those are coming, this is freedom. My basket is full. I'm not worried if I'm going to have enough food until payday. I'm not picking what bill I'll wait and pay later. I'm not struggling for, you get the idea. God gave me Plexus. I'm aware that it is a bold statement. I was sick and now I'm not. I was living paycheck to paycheck, but now I'm not. This is what Plexus freedom looks like. So just being super genuine about little things about how Plexus has helped you. It may not seem huge. You may not have a huge, check in your checking account right now, but it's helping. It's supplemental. It's extra income that you worked for, and is actual money in the bank that's you're able to use for things. So you can go through and look through some of the more on the Paladins page. So you can share about little things, big, that are big to you, big to other people, or even ways that you've been able to splurge a little bit. I remember Jessica Heffley posting that she got her nails done, and that was a huge thing for her. Going to get your hair done. Another one on our team posted that she was able to go get some new spring clothes, which is also good because then you can help promote some weight loss too, because maybe those clothes from last spring don't fit you anymore. So, being able to splurge for a new wardrobe. Carissa has posted about how she now can afford a cleaning lady. Sherry has a cleaning lady. I've posted about how we were able to go from car payments to no car payments and pay off our cars early. We also were able to pay off some student loans early. So, and then just, things that you're able to splurge on, as well as, huge weights lifted off of your shoulder. It's really great to make sure that you always post photographs. I remember whenever we paid off our car, I was like, didn't have to do my hair for the day. It was like the sun was getting ready to set, and we're getting ready to eat dinner or something like that. I don't know. And I was like, I don't want to go take a picture. But I ran outside really quick and I snapped a picture with our car and ran back inside. So I knew that photograph was going to catch people's attention a whole lot more than a stock photo of our Kia, or, a celebration post or something like that with balloons is not going to be as exciting as someone seeing my face and the excitement on my face as well. So really opt for photos before anything. Draw on people's emotions with those, and really stick away from any other graphics or anything along those lines. I know Clarissa did post one time a picture of bread with ice cubes on it, and it said almost payday ... So maybe if it's humorous every now and then, but you'll want to really stick with those genuine posts and not trying to be salesy at all. One thing that I heard from convention in one of the trainings was that you may post all day long about all of these great things, but if you're not reaching out to people and personally having those conversations, then you are just becoming third-party validation for those people who do. So people have multiple Plexus friends. If that one person reaches out to them, everybody else is just a billboard for them. You're doing nothing. You're just promoting Plexus, but you're never, being bold and being the one that reaches out and starts that conversation. So I encourage you to post. I know that that's scary in itself. Post genuinely, really, hit the heart of people and try to get people to become brave to even think about Plexus. But you also need to be brave as well to start that conversation, because I know I was never going to be someone that messaged, Sherry about Plexus. I waited until she did, and she messaged me. So there are people that trust you above someone else. They may have several old high school friends and a church friend, but maybe you are a really close friend and they trust you and your opinion and your ideas and your knowledge about Plexus, your consistency with Plexus. So don't ever think that, oh, I bet someone else has already messaged them about Plexus. Well, they may have, but you may be the person that they trust the most. So don't ever feel like you're not, not going to be successful, or you're going to be shut down because you talked to someone. So we just have a few more minutes. Michelle's going to go a little bit into how to get people to different ways to order from you once they are ready.
Yeah, this actually just got a whole lot easier for us. I am sure that most of you have seen the announcement, but in case you haven't, the 60-day money-back guarantee has been extended from just our preferred customers or retail customers in general, I guess, to include ambassadors. So that means it doesn't really, we don't have to necessarily give everybody an opportunity to try the products first, because as a customer, which was kind of where I would always go first and then maybe try to roll them into an ambassador. So really what I would just look at this point is, are we ordering more or less than $100? If they're ordering more than $100 and they have over the 100 PV, I guess technically, they're going to be worth pay points for you. And so it's really beneficial for them to be a wholesale ambassador for you. If it's less, if they're just going to order the ProBio 5, or maybe they're just going to order Edge, then maybe go ahead and keep them at a preferred level. It's going to still count for your PV, but they're not worth pay points for you. The discount's really not necessarily paying for itself at that point anyway. And because they have the money back guarantee, it's really just going to open up doors for everybody. Also, as of October 1st, those ambassadors no longer have to have a backup order turned on. So that's going to open a door for a lot of people that maybe were turned off by the fact that they had to keep that monthly shipment turned on. And now they just don't have to. So you never want to turn away somebody that wants the wholesale discount. We don't want to necessarily keep that from somebody. We never know when they may add to their order and go up over the 100 PV mark, or maybe they will recommend the product to somebody else and get somebody under them. But so you don't want to turn them away. So definitely, still let them know about it, educate them on it. Unless you have somebody that maybe just isn't very tech savvy, they don't have a big internet presence, then you might not encourage them necessarily to do that unless you're prepared to help them, each month with their order, with what they need or changes that have to be made. I think that's all I have on that. Did you have anything else on that, Jill?
No, just it's kind of a fine line to cross, but you really kind of hit on some of those bonuses for that used to be kind of hindrances for an ambassador, the backup order and the money back guarantee, but those are taken away now. So really it's very, a lot more appealing now to be an ambassador. You only get paid pay points on your ambassadors plus a little bit of their commission, but you get paid more for them as a preferred customer. So you really kind of have to think about long term. Are they going to be someone that's going to add to your team? Are they going to benefit from an income? Is it someone that you could see being a successful ambassador? Even just going silver, adding three family members or 3 friends. They can always, upgrade to ambassador too. So if they started as a customer, they can always become an ambassador later to get that cheaper price. So I definitely, I would not want my grandma to be an ambassador because she has no desire whatsoever to ever promote or talk about Plexus with anybody else. So I would never steer her as an ambassador. She's just really, using the products to help her health and to help me. So not really someone that I could see as being a successful ambassador. But talking about adding to your team, we have an amazing incentive going on this month. And if you haven't read about it or heard about it, you definitely need to. I was going to try to pull up the info really quick so I had it to look at.
I might add, Joe, while you're pulling that up, with being in sales for a long time, one of the biggest key terms that you hear in sales is to make money, you got to spend money. And I would definitely say that Michelle and I try to do it when we can, but being able to hand out products if your budget allows for it, handing out a packet of Slim or a sample of Edge here or there, because that's probably the hardest thing that I've run into. Being an ambassador is not having those products right in front of me, where that's what I'm used to my previous sales jobs, like working at Bass Pro. When somebody comes in to buy a gun, I've got the gun behind the counter that they can actually touch and feel and physically handle it and look at it. And even some Bass Pros have the ability to let them go shoot it, to where they actually get that firsthand experience, where that's not always the case with Plexus, because we are ambassadors and Plexus doesn't give us free products. We have to do it all on our own. So taking that next step in sales, trying to get those people who are on the fence, if you've got to give them a 3-day sample, give them a 3-day sample. Whatever, that mentality of doing, whatever it takes to grow your business and to make that better. Now, obviously, don't go break the bank and, spend all of your Plexus income on sample packs. But I think sample packs go a long way. We had Michelle and I have been working with some friends of mine who they wanted a sample of Edge. So we said, yeah, sure, why not? Because of our Plexus income last month, we had some extra income, so we ordered an extra bottle of Edge, and we've been using that bottle to hand out 3-day samples. So just that extra, those little bonus things, little extra things that you can do to really pump and promote your own business. Just those small tidbits to go the extra mile for those that are on the fence.
Yeah, that is huge. That's actually the great segue, because I was getting ready to talk about the bonuses for the rank up, but definitely samples. I think if anything, just the gesture of it is what really, I think, appeals to people, being able to give them something for free, for them to try it out. You really want to see how, you're wanting to give it to them. So almost like giving them a gift, I think, is really a thoughtful thing to do. Especially even if you can throw one in the mail, just getting, something in the mail is really exciting. So as what I was going to say about the bonuses is that they're double this month. So if you have never reached the rank of silver, you are going to be earning a double silver bonus this month by adding 3 people to your team or having 3 active ambassadors. If you're close to gold, you can get double gold, which would be 500. Or if you have been gold, you're not currently at 100 points right now, so you can re-rank to gold, then you can get your gold bonus back. Same thing as if you have been silver, but you currently don't have 3 active ambassadors right now, then you can re-rank to silver and get your $100 bonus again. So it's a huge thing. This also applies to all new ambassadors too that haven't joined. So what I was getting at is that you can use some of that double bonus if you aren't silver yet and invest in your business like Daniel was talking about, and offer a rebate to somebody, or just that gesture of saying, if this would help you take that leap, I could help pay for your shipping. Or I know that this may not be the best financial time for you, but I really feel like these, you would really benefit from these products. So could I offer you $15, $20, $25 to help you get started on your products this month? And then also, like now, right, this month is a great time to do that, but anytime, like Daniel was saying, just reinvesting in your business. Yes, you may offer them $15 of your $25 business building bonus and only get $10 of it, but how much in the long run are you going to be earning from that gesture and that investment in your business. You may have just signed a rock star on your team who's going to add 3 more ambassadors next month and explode. So just that little bit of an investment is going to be huge in your business. So always be thinking about that. I learned that from the beginning too, and I feel like that really helped get a lot of my fence sitters off of the fence and really jump in and get started and take that leap. So don't forget about the rank up bonuses this month. They're huge. And also, I'm just going to throw this in here real quick, Michelle, because it says we have less than a minute. But we have the Rocktober Reset group right now where we're reading what to say when you talk to yourself. If you are not in that group, you need to be in that group. Don't even have the excuse of, oh, well, I need to order the book. It's available online for free. So read it, get started, join us. If you're not in there, comment below on this recording, and we'll get you put into the group because you do not want to miss this. We're going to be doing another group next month, and you have to read the book. So make sure you are invested in yourself as well as your business. So I think we're getting ready to lose time, so no time for questions or anything. But thanks for tuning in, and we will talk to you later.
Bye, guys.
See ya.